Hi guys, today's video will be a short craft. We will be making our own fossil. So this is the one I've made beforehand and I'm going to show you how to make it today. So what you will need, plain flour. So have a look for some plain flour, salt, a tablespoon, so a big spoon like what you would eat your cereal with, a cup of water, and a toy or something that would make an imprint. So what I have, or what I used before, was a flower. Or if you have something like a dinosaur, that would be good to make a fossil, or a leaf from outside. Just make sure it's dry as well, and then we can get started. And a bowl, sorry. Okay, so our first step, what you need to do is get your flour, and you're going to pour in 3 tablespoons into your bowl. So if it's a big spoon, that's fine. And we need 3. So 3 tablespoons of plain flour. Then we need 1 tablespoon and a half of salt. Okay, and then half a spoon of salt as well. So about that size should be okay. When you have everything in your bowl, you need to mix it well together. So just give it a good stir. Make sure you can't see any more salt sitting on the top. Okay, and it should just really look like flour. Okay, once you've given it a good stir and you're happy with it, it's time for the water. Now with the water, you need to be really careful. You only pour in a little bit at a time. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of water in, and I'll show you so you can see. Hopefully you can. So it's just a little bit, it's not really doing a lot. You mix it so that your flour becomes a bit clumpy. And then you should see it looks really dry, so you need to add a bit more in. So just again, a little bit of water. We're trying to get a nice dough. So when you add a little bit of water in, you use your spoon. If you don't want messy hands, then you mix it together. Now mine is becoming very lumpy, but it still needs to be well mixed together. So I'm going to pour a bit more water in again, just small bits of water. And then this time round, because it's more clumpy, I'm going to start using my hands. So it gets a little bit messy. Now, if yours is too wet, what you can do is get a clean spoon and then get a bit more flour and add that in. Or if you're there with an adult, you can ask an adult to pour a bit more flour in for you. And it should feel like it's starting to stick together. Now this, my one, is a bit sticky. So if it sticks to your hand like this, it's too sticky. We don't want it that sticky. We need a bit more flour added in. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of flour on top. You can use your spoons, just so we can get rid of the stick. Then I'm kneading it together. So I'm just squeezing it. Squeezing it into a nice round ball. So we're going to keep doing this for a little bit. It should become less sticky. If you have a parent or an older sibling around, you can ask them to help you. So still a little bit sticky, mine. So if you're having the same problem and it's still too sticky, get a bit more flour, add that on. but then soon you should get a nice ball. And if you play with it, it should become less sticky. So mine is still a bit sticky. I'm going to add a little bit more flour on, just a little bit, to dry it out a bit more. So we're going to do this for a little while so that it's ready. And after a while you should have a nice ball of dough that you can use. We're going to split our ball into two separate ones. I'm going to put one down and I'm going to just roll one a bit. We're going to try and roll them in the palm of our hands. Now if you find it still a bit sticky, again, just add a bit more flour, and you can add it to the bottom of your bowl or your container so that it dries it out. So you don't need a lot. And then you should be able to flatten yours down. So you can use your palm and flatten it on your palm, or you can use your table and flatten it down, and it should be able to pick up, so it shouldn't be sticky. So once you have a nice size, kind of try and make it like a circle. You're going to get your object, so I'm going to go for my flour, and you're going to press it onto your dough, give it a nice press, and when you take it out, you should have a shape. So if you can see mine, I have a shape there. Once you have your shape and you're happy with it, what you do, you leave it and start with your other one. So again, roll it into a nice ball. Make sure it's not sticky. You should be able to move in your hands. Roll it. We're going to press it on the palm of our hand, see if we can get a nice circle, or you can use your table to make a circle. And then you're going to use something else maybe. Maybe you found a leaf that you want to use, or you have a dinosaur toy that you want to use, or another toy. It's up to you. You press it in so that you can get a nice shape. And then once you have a shape, you have two fossils. The next part, you're going to need an adult to help you. They need to go into the oven at 175 degrees for 45 minutes. If you don't have an adult around, leave it until an adult can do it for you. But I hope you've enjoyed this task, and I hope you will have a go, and hopefully I will see some of your fossils soon. See you.